Here we go. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
All day, every day. X3, 218, chopper. Safety screaming.
On second down, here's Mixon. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
80 weapon. Check.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ready.
Throwing on first down. Duncan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joe Schobert leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Mayfield, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. A first down throw for Mayfield. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. It's caught. Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. That's what I do. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Third and long for Mayfield. Going for Metcalf on the... He's got a man. Complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, alert 33.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Second down in inches. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The final shot before break. Duncan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Mixon. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
65, 65.
Looking to throw. Duncan. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with it.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Duncan finding Green complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Mixon with a first down carry, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Keep it up, guys. Hey, team 6. 52, Mike 52. I'm on. Hey, Mike 52.
Off the play fake, Duncan. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jordan Willis showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
18 Gator. Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On third down, Duncan. And it's caught. Touchdown. A.J. Green with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, wahoo! 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
180. Check 55, Mike. Alert, 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 alert. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, let's get that ball, kid. Let's get that ball.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Set, 20. 50. 50 to Mike. Kings. Regular.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll stay on the ground, mix him again. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to Toronto, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Duncan. He'll buy some time right. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Duncan. That's going to be caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. In for the score, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point attempt here still to come. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed, they definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. I'm coming. Mike, 55.
Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down, but you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Duncan. Green brings it in. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
This is Mixon. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Off play action. Duncan. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Delta. Shoot.
Throwing again. Duncan. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Ryan Switzer, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run here with Mixon. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen.
Again, it's Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Mixon. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly, and that's caught inside the 30. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Duncan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to win the football game. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed a